What's up guys, it's the Graceful Rogue here, stepping out of the shadows to give you content, and today's video will be about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I know I wasn't alone losing my shit seeing the latest Sparking Zero trailer, seeing the transformations of Goku and Vegeta, the old-fashioned BT3 type of combat with destructive environments and the fluid combat. So, whatever I have scheduled the day of this game's release, it's getting cancelled. It could be the birth of my kid. I mean, I'll be in the hospital playing the game, turn and be like, oh, it's a boy, oh, it's a girl, whatever. This is here, that's more important. Damn, that's fucked up. They even have the variants back like Goku Early, Goku Mid, and Goku End. Now I'm assuming in good old Dragon Ball logic, the latest variant of Goku would just be Goku Super, with his Super Saiyan form followed by God and Blue, which y'all let me know in the comments actually if you fuck with Super Saiyan God more than Super Saiyan Blue or vice versa, because I personally like God over Blue, but that's just me, and in my opinion Blue's never been useful once. But anyway, if you've seen the screenshots for this game, which, let's be real, we're all looking for any morsels of information regarding this game, then perhaps you've seen the screenshot of one of the wolves from the Trio de Dangers. There was actually a V-Jump scan that I believe when translated said something along the lines of surprising characters fans would never expect, which sparked the topic of this video actually. Who are the unlikely characters? We always talk about the characters we know will probably be in, but if the trio made it in, I feel like we have options for characters you might not even be thinking about. So let's get into it. Okay, so we know when it came to the Budokai Tenkaichi games, the cast was vast from all periods of Dragon Ball, and we know off-rip we got 164 characters, which BT3 had 161, but so far in Sparking, 24 of them are Goku and Vegeta variants, and we can obviously expect more. So how I'm going into this is I'll mention the most unlikely characters that might make it in, that I personally would hope to see in the game, from Dragon Ball, Z, GT, Super. Dragon Ball Heroes stuff might be questionable, so I don't think we'd get anything from Heroes besides maybe Fu. But if you think anybody from Heroes could make it in, let me know who they are in the comments. It doesn't have to be Heroes 2. Any character you can think of from any Dragon Ball era, no matter how unlikely they are, put them in the comments. Now me personally, I've kind of always wanted Chi-Chi, and no, I'm not talking about this Chi-Chi, although back in BT3 we had this one. I'm talking about the World Tournament version of Chi-Chi, back in OG Dragon Ball. Like, this was prime Chi-Chi, out there throwing hands and taking names, alright? I think she would be an excellent addition to the roster, and yes, I know she can't fly, but they can get creative. They have done it with characters like Roshi and Hercule, so that wouldn't be a problem. Now this next character, I even want it in Fighters at one point, but give us Bulma. She could be in a mech suit or not. I mean, hell, Dragon Ball Legends has her in a bunny outfit with a fucking rocket launcher, so I just think it would be cool if she was playable in some form. It can be her from any period of time, but to me the period that makes the most sense would be the Dragon Ball era version. That would, again, make the most sense just because she could be more of a gag character with just a bunch of gadgets. Hell, make Launch playable if any of y'all even remember her, because I know Toriyama doesn't. Now this next one, I don't want to say is unlikely since we see giant characters are a thing in this game, but give me Cell Max. Now if you just did a side disappointment, hear me out. We know without a doubt we're going to get characters from Superhero because, well,
money!
Why not? They're going to make money. They know that it's hype, so yeah. You can expect Gamma 1 and 2, and of course Gohan Beast, Piccolo Orange, etc. But Cell Max might be an up-in-the-air choice because I don't know if they would want to do that. But the list of characters I just mentioned anyway are probably all DLC. So, and I'm talking about all the superheroes just for clarification. But because as unfortunate as it is for any character outside of the 164 base roster, they're going to be DLC, and we know that's a given. But what seems to be the case in the original roster of BT3 isn't entirely in this game. So if you think about it, we know Super Broly's in, we have Jiren, the Trio de Dangers are in for crying out loud, and yet the roster capacity went up by 3, and we have the new variants of Goku and Vegeta. So they removed, or the better way to put it is revamp the roster. So some characters, well, I actually can't even really say revamp because it's not the same game. But you know what I'm getting at. We think would be in the base roster because of BT3 are most likely going to make room for newer characters at launch. So a lot of us, or at least some people I'm seeing, think they have a general idea of the roster. And for the most part, they probably do. But a good amount of those characters probably aren't going to make it just so we can have room for newer characters at launch. Now some people think if the base roster is 164, then after DLC will be closer to 200 plus characters. I don't think that'll be the case. It's not impossible, but I feel like with a game like this, it isn't as easy to drop in characters like, let's say, Xenoverse. God, that game is still getting DLC. But you never know. I could be wrong, and trust me, that would be an amazing time to be wrong. Anyway, I just want to put this video out to really see what kind of characters people want outside of the guaranteed characters. We already know that'll be in, so like, I don't want to see someone in the comments be like, oh, I want Gogeta Blue in the game. Like, you know damn well Gogeta Blue's in the game. Don't even say that shit, alright? Get your ass out of the class. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Say something at random, like, I want Carrot from Dragon Ball. And I keep defaulting to Dragon Ball because, to be honest, in BT3, they had pretty much everything covered. So, like, I feel like most of the characters that would be unlikely to make it in would have to be from the Dragon Ball era or some characters randomly from the Super era. And I know we're not going to be getting the manga characters, so I'm not going to expect Moro or Granola. But thing is, if we get anything super characters-wise, there'll be some like off-the-wall picks. Like I know Riverian's going to be in the game, which...
God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
But yeah, anyway, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and back to the shadows I go.